Okay, I gave my dog a peanut butter bone to be quiet during this, so we got about 30 seconds to film this. I am back with a legendary filming setup. Today's books that are being used to support the camera are The Familiar series by Mark Z. Danielewski. He writes House of Leaves. He's very good. This fabric, my mom got it for me. It's Crayola brand, and I love it too much, and I'm very afraid to use it. Let's begin. Got a birthday card. I'm not letting y'all read that. And then I got a creepy face. This is dramatic. I like gluing in fortune cookie fortunes, but some of them are a little wacky. Oh yeah, I started this in February and I finished it when I finished it like earlier this month, October. Usually it takes me about a year and a change to finish sketchbooks, but this one took like 9 months. I wonder what could be happening in the outside world that leads me to only be in a sketchbook and have no social life, I wonder. Some faces, I love, this is what I've been messing with is bird people. It's not a ton of bird people in here, but there's a ton of bird people in my brain, so don't know what that means. Some faces, I got my, I freaking love my, like, Pentel brush pen. Thing is amazing. I bought a bunch of refills, so it's in here a lot. This was a Pentel brush pen that was, like, dying. And that was really cool, too. So I have 2 brush pens, and I'm trying to work out a system where I have, like, a dead one for shading and a live one for actually using it. But that hasn't really been a thing for me, because it's hard to keep them consistently inked like that. This is a little clown guy. I used Art Breeder, and I just, like, made a weird creature with it and then drew it. Art Breeder's a cool website. It, like, uses AI to make pictures. What is this? This is a guy. This was a dude from a Dungeon World game I was running. He had like a star spot and he was gonna grow a unicorn horn, but then his castle sunk into a lake. Some archaeologist chick and then some figure drawings. Again, I like to make the shapes more fun than accurate, so they're kind of like, that's a weird leg right there. Squiggly lines. This was for making a quilted jacket, and I had to figure out like how much of each color I had, how big, blah blah blah. I'm still not done with the jacket actually. I did all the quilting parts, but I have to put a lining in and then like finish it off. This, I went to Key West, Florida, and it's an island that is covered in wild chickens. So you just run around and see chickens everywhere. I got pretty sunburnt, but it was worth it because I got to hang out with chickens. And to get there, it's like a 3-hour long boat ride. So it's like you're excited to go, and then you sit on a boat for 3 hours, and then you hang out all day, and you're like, okay, I'm done, time to go home. And then you're on a boat for 3 more hours, which I thought it was fun, but I'm not gonna lie, I slept through the boat ride home. Plane tickets, fast food. I've gotten in the habit of gluing all my food receipts in here, so like maybe one day if I'm a famous artist, they'll know how often I order Indian food. This was a map for my Dungeon World. That's where, no, this is where the castle was. It floated in the middle of a lake, and then it sunk in the lake. And this is my Midsummer fan art, because I finally watched that. It was pretty fun. A24 movies I don't, like I just watched The Lighthouse 2 days ago, and that was whack. But I like Midsummer. These are little NFC stickers to get characters I want in my Animal Crossing town. This, what did I order? California rolls, something else. This was more for making that map for my game. These are more characters. I freaking love drawing wolves, so I'm getting back to basics with that. And then some faces. Probably this was referenced and these don't look referenced. I like her though. More faces. That is definitely Gillian Anderson. But I don't know why I drew her, because I don't think I've watched anything with her in it recently. And that's the guy from Parasite, because that was a really good movie. And then these are mostly just squiggly lines. Blah blah blah. Faces. That was the guy with the unicorn thing. It was gonna be like a fungus that made him grow a unicorn horn, but then one of the players in that game was like a mushroom person, and then I was like, oh, I shouldn't make the fungus evil because that could be his family. So then it was like the sympathetic metal thing that was like magic. This is a character I made in freaking middle school, and he's still going strong. I love this messed up man. Faces. Which, the faces are weird because I usually only wash over a page if I mix too much ink, but like, I haven't painted anything. I don't know where all the, oh, I guess probably from here. That's where they came from. This was definitely referenced, but didn't use that reference right. This band, when I turned 21, I bought myself a Montreal ticket and I was ready to go freaking have a great time, and then I slept through it. So then it's a couple years later and they came back at the beginning of March and I was like, this is my revenge concert, and I went and it was so incredibly fun. And then like the next day was COVID lockdown, so I did think from all the yelling and rowdiness and the thing, I had like lost my voice the next day, and I was like, oh, I definitely got COVID from that. I didn't though. It's another bird person. This is Worm Face. I wanted to recreate the key lime chicken I made, the Key West chicken, but I like this one better, so I lost some of the magic. And this was from that meme that was going around where you redrew an album but for KK Slider. So this is Daft Punk Random Access Memories. And then more faces. And then this is my dad like sent a cool selfie in the group chat, and it had like dramatic lighting, it had an interesting expression, so I had to paint that bad boy. I really like how it turned out. A cowboy and a face. And then some. I really want to be good at drawing mech stuff. It's really hard. I'm not good at it. So that's why this person mostly just doesn't have clothes, because they're hard to draw. A bird person. A dog. I must have been really freaking bad at measuring gouache when I was doing this, because there are so many just washes and not that many paintings. This looks like a little wolf. Some kind of face. This, like a chin and a mouth. This is a messy page. Oh, here's some actual things. So that's a person. That's a person. I bet you could guess that. This was my one attempt at mermaid. Drew one fish person, and I was like, okay, that's good. And I really like this lady. I think my phone just stopped filming, so that's hateful. Here's some more attempts at mech stuff, and then for some reason Fiona Shaw, so don't really know what I was doing there. I really like this. It was probably during a D&D game, and I was just painting squiggly lines. So, another Indian food receipt. I like this little guy. He has a coat. He walks around with his little coat and a big old hat. And then there's always a face of the person on the back of the coat. And he just goes town to town and asks people to describe who it is. It probably changes every so often. This was a map of the cosmos, so I definitely took that with me just in case. And then another face. Some more faces. I like this one. I like this one. These two are fine. More faces. I like this one. This one is whack. I was like, I'm going to try to do some caricature stuff. I'm going to try to mix it up. Make some features more dramatic, some features less. And it just turned into like some weird crescent moon kind of guy. That's the face guy again. This is me ordering more takeout. And this was my friend like commissioned me to draw him as a Garbage Pail Kid. And let me tell you, it was freaking hard, and Garbage Pail Kids are ugly looking. Squiggly lines. This is a classic doodle page where I just filled up the page with stuff. I wish I did this more. It's like chaotic and difficult to look at, but I like it. Here's some faces. This is probably an apartment I was shopping for. I didn't move into that one, so joke's on you. You can't dox me. This page is sponsored by Pepsi and Democracy. Squiggly lines. Some faces with a drying out brush pen. More squiggly lines. Some more faces. I like this fish lady. I should do more with her. And I also like this lady with like devil horns and like a fancy bun. More wolves. We're bringing it's the year of the wolves, baby. We're bringing it back. This is me trying to learn the mandolin, making cheat sheets. Like this guy. Oh, my dog heard about Year of the Wolf. He ran out of peanut butter. Another doodle page. I really like her. And then this is a cowboy story I have. But the cowboy drives on a giant goose named Penelope, and she wears a bow. This is a Breaking Bad page. Basically, at this point in my life, I had no Wi-Fi, and so I would just watch Breaking Bad off my phone and pause it to, like, draw characters. Some of them, like, I like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, but some of them turn out whack. And also, I don't know why I hated Skylar so much, because I'm rewatching it because it's core, and I freaking love her. And then this was, I got fired from my job in June. And then, in the end of June, my cousins were, like, moving to Idaho. And they were like, it would help if we had an extra person to drive. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'm unemployed. So I, like, drove there and then rode an airplane back. And so my cousin has 2 daughters, and their youngest did a collab with me. And then she drew the most perfect heart in the world, so she cut that one out to keep. So the next couple ones are going to be collabs. I did a lot of drawing because Idaho during lockdown is a very boring place. So here's some creatures. My little cousin drew that creature for me. There's some more hearts. She really liked the Posca pens, but she did that little kid thing where you, like, push down too hard, so we definitely got Posca pen all over this hotel bed, which I feel bad about. There's some more. We both drew mermaids. This one's hers and this one's mine. This is her unicorn. And then she was also just playing with the brush pen. And then I like to fill the pages. You might not know because most of my pages aren't full. This was an airplane doodle. This lady sat next to me on the airplane and was so, like, weird. She gave me a book she wrote about, the awesome power of God. I don't know if I still have it somewhere. And then because it was lockdown, I, like, landed in the plane and I needed to take an Uber home. And it took, like, an hour and a half to get an Uber, so I read, like, half the book. And it's not even about using the awesome power of God. It's literally just, like, an autobiography. It was, like, no offense, but it just wasn't a good book. Then this is my character from my D&D game. She's a human, but, she got cursed to have, like, a goat. Lets me, like, film, like, little chunks. That's so hateful. I don't think it used to do that. But she only, wears fancy Victorian clothes that cover her face. This is my boy Vinny. I missed him so bad because it, like, took me 2 weeks to drive to Idaho with my family. So I left him with my parents. And then I was gonna come home the week after I got back to my place. So then it was 3 weeks until I got to see him. And I missed him. So I painted him. And then they were like, you don't have to take him back. I was like, bro, I'm taking my boy back. This was my character sheet for my D&D character, and some squiggly lines, and a unicorn, because I love unicorns. These are just more character stuff. Here's obviously another unicorn. Some more characters. I really like her. And who else do I really like? I like the posing of this person. More characters. I really like her. I think Wanted Out is a good lifestyle. This is just plain tickets. These are a bunch of faces. Who do I like? I like this guy. And then all of these are fake faces generated by art breeders. So like I would always just go for the creepy ones. And I really like this guy. I wish I looked like this. There's the sad clown. I painted a sad clown. This is a card from someone, and then some more takeout orders. I order more takeout than make art. This is another attempt at drawing mech stuff. I think it's alright. That is a fucked up hand. It looked cooler in the sketch. And then I really like this. It's like some abstract cloud situation. I definitely did this while I was playing D&D with people and just like just doodled while we played. This is random stuff, and then this was from the Land of the Illustrious. There's like a dramatic scene, so spoilers, I guess, if you like that. It's a good comic. More squiggly lines. What is this? This was a really weird job I got and had for like 1 week. Roller derby. I love cool shoes. I'm trying to get better at shoes. I really like this person. I just like when characters just have glowing eyes and a silhouetted face. And then obviously I like that guy. This was trying to draw that character again that I liked a few pages back, but can't capture it. A person on a unicorn, obviously. I saved this for some reason, and I was like, oh, that's meaningful for me. I'll save it and put it somewhere. And I do not remember for the life of me the meaning of that. More faces. This, I really like her face. No, it's not a unicorn. It has 2 horns. This was that chick I drew a little while back with some birds. I like them. There's some random stuff. I like this minotaur situation and this wolf person. Another one. That one. I bought after I moved apartments. I like bought a case of these because I was like, damn, I'm gonna be a soda person now. And I drank one and I was like, okay, I'm good on these. So now I just have a case of them in my fridge. I'm a fool. Some more people. This was kind of inspired by the Tech on Concrete movie for mixed success. And then these I was gonna just recreate a bunch of music video screen grabs, and then I finished 1.5 of them, and I was like, well, I'm tired and don't want to do this anymore. So here's a fun game. Guess what music videos they are. I do really like, I just went back in with a brush pen and like made the rest of them sort of look more realistic. This is a horse. It started as squiggly lines and then I like made it into something because I love drawing squiggly lines, but they're kind of dumb to look at. Like, they're not that visually interesting. So I'm trying to like have squiggly lines that actually like wind up looking like something. So this is a horse. This was a wash that I never went back to. More cheating at mandolin. Some squiggly lines. What is this? Oh, in D&D my character got bit by a were-raven, so now she is a human with the head of a goat, and she can turn into a raven. So, fun little mix. And then I've been like back in the Pokemon hole, so I was trying to make fake mon. And it's interesting. Like, I was gonna do a North American type one, so I was gonna have a salmon, like the giant salmon as one, and then a mammoth as one, and then like it was gonna be interesting because I wanted it to be based on like the megafauna and like prehistoric stuff, and then have it be like the theme is adapting to climate. So one like changes the environment, one camouflages itself, and one cohabitates. But then I had 2 megafaunas, and the other one was just gonna be fucking pizza rat for the fire type, and then I lost some speed on that, but I'd like to go back to it. This is stuff for another new job. I'm a traffic flagger now. It's pretty butch of me. This is that character I had in middle school. I like him. And then just a little magic guy, another magic guy, and then the ugliest fucking person you ever darn seen, just there to ruin the composition. Now we're into Inktober. Fish was a hard start. I just did a doodle page of Fish. I like this guy with his little human arm. I wanted to do clowns and fish combined. I don't know. One of these counts for Inktober. And then I did Wisp, and then Bulky is my dog Vinny. And then Radio. This one looked way better before I like shaded it. And then it looked bad, but he had a giant satellite on his back. And then this is Blade. I like this guy. Fancy, a woman with a bird head. Rodent, it's just a rabbit. This was a horse thing I helped, and I did very little. I fed the horse and picked up horse poop, but I'm in the credits, so. And then this, my last page of a sketchbook, is always a self-portrait, so that it's like a selfie every time I finish it, and it's about once a year, so it's timed out good. And then, what is in here? This is just an envelope I grew on the back. This is more of that Cosmos map. Where are you on a map of the cosmos? It's not gonna focus, is it? So I'm about right here, so I can either go to the Lake of Burning Sulphur Hell or New Heaven and New Earth. Gotta work out which one I'm doing there. And then this is just a map of Key West that I kept. What a great place. There's supposed to be a haunted doll there, and we never went to the haunted doll, but we did see an iguana. So that's my sketchbook. Have a great day.